I want you to forget all the productivity hacks and all the focus videos that you've ever watched. Because in today's video, I am going to give you a real way how to focus and execute on what actually matters that's going to make you money instantly on the moment you start working. Because I myself lacked productivity, lacked focus, lacked execution, and I lacked all of these stuff until I started to operate on what I'm going to share with you today. Because I myself bought 8 online courses and spent $67,000 in the span of 3 years and never made a single dollar. And my life was a mess. My schedule was a mess. My routine was a mess. I couldn't focus. I wasn't productive until I started to implement these four things. Until I started to operate this way, I started to make real motherfucking money online. And when I did this, my first month, actually, when I started to operate like this, my first month, I made over $10,000 in profit. And I'm going to share this with you. If that sounds interesting, let's hop right into it. I call this hunter's first kill. Let's say you're hungry. Right now you're broke. Not broke, but let's say you're hungry. You want money. Whether you're broke or not broke. Let's say you want fucking money. Because as an entrepreneur, what should be your first main goal? Is to make money. Let's say you want money. What is the first thing gonna go do? Let's say you're hungry, right? I'm gonna give you an analogy, the hunter's analogy. If I'm a hunter and I'm hungry and I go to the woods, what should I do? Am I gonna plant seeds? Am I gonna start a fire, chop down some woods out of the tree? I'm fucking hungry. What should I do? I have a sniper. I have a sniper in my back pocket, or I have a sniper on my shoulder. What should I do? Should I just take the sniper and just aim at, use a scope to look at the stars or the sky? No, I should fucking hunt because I'm fucking hungry. Same thing. You take your sniper and you look for the deer, and you snipe the deer and you eat. That way you're not hungry anymore. That way you fulfill yourself. This is the exact same thing you should do in your business, or you should do when you try to make money online. Focus on the most generating task that's going to make you money. Execute only on that thing that is directly correlated to making you money. What is making you money? If you're an e-commerce store, focus on your checkout page. Focus on what's going to make your website more converting. Focus on your product. Focus on your landing page. Focus on those things. Focus on your ads. Focus on the thing that's going to make you money. Or if you're a closer, sales. Focus on getting that sale, closing that deal. Stop trying to consume. Focus on the first kill. You need to get the first sale. You need to get the money. If you're hungry, don't do all the other stuff. Trying to tweak logo, trying to do other stuff. No. Figure out what's the thing that's making you money and just work on that. Number two, because sometimes you don't want to be a hunter all the time. Because if you do that, you're going to exhausted and tired of hunting. Or sometimes you're going to run out of bullets. This is why I call this planting the seed. Sometimes you don't want to do all that. You need to plant the seed. That way, when you plant the seed, you might not see the fruit flourish right away, or the fruit start to come up right away. It might take a month or two. But just know that seed that you planted, it will grow, and the fruit of your labor will start coming to life when you give it time. But in the more seeds you plant, the more fruit you have. How do we take this analogy into business or into making money? It's like touch points. Let's say your sales, right? Let's say you're doing sales, and you know that there's some prospects that want to buy, but they're not ready to buy right now. So what do? You keep them on the loop. You give them information. You give them knowledge about what you're selling. You be in their mind. And when they're ready, they're going to come to you. Just like how that fruit, when it's ready, it will come to you. It will just grow when it rains and after a few months. The same thing with the prospect. He might not be ready to buy right now, but after some time, when he knows, hey, I know a guy in mind, when he knows you, when he's built trust, when he trusts you, when he's ready, when he has the right money, or when he feels like he has enough time, he'll just come along and call you because you kept him on the loop. You kept feeding him information about why your service or why your product is good. Same thing with if you're doing an e-commerce store. Sometimes people are not ready to buy because they don't understand your product, or they don't know why your product is good, or they don't know how it's going to benefit them. But if you send them benefits, give them an email, follow up on the benefits, then they'll know, oh, this product is going to help me in this way. They might not have the money on the credit card now, but when it's urgent for them, like, oh, I know this company, I'll go shop with them. Or let's say it's a business owner that you want to write copy for. Like, okay, you give them advice, you give them free copy, you plant them free samples, and then once they're hungry again, they'll know, oh, I know this guy. He gave me some good piece of copy, and I know I'll go to him when I need him to do copy. This exact same thing. You need to plant seeds, and when you plant seeds, don't be greedy. Don't expect it to come right away. It will come. It might take a few months. It might take a year, but it will come. And when it comes, it will come at the right time when it's meant to be. Don't rush it. Number 3, I call this the axe. Sometimes we like to work hard. And let's say you really want to knock down a few trees, right? And in the beginning, you have a sharp axe. The first swing, you knock down a tree. Second tree, you hit it a few times. 1, 2, 3, it's not coming down. Maybe on the 5th one. Third tree, you're hitting it 100 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, and it comes down. The 4th one, you're hitting it 50 times, 60, it's not coming down. Because you're working too hard. You're working too hard, and you forgot the reason why that tree was coming down. The reason why that tree was coming down is because you had a sharp axe. This is why you need to stop. Sometimes it's okay to stop, look at why it was working, and work on that thing that was working. That way it can work again. Look at your axe. Your axe was dull. Your axe is not sharp enough. Sharpen your axe. Spend a few minutes, spend an hour maybe, sharpen the axe. That way when you go on your 5th tree, you don't have to keep tiring yourself and hitting it 5, 50, 100 times. You can just swing it one time and then boom, it's on the ground. Go back again, sharpen your axe. And how does this relate in the business world? Look at what's working. You understand, okay, this is what's working. We're not gonna try to work on a million other things. We're gonna focus on this thing and we're gonna refine it and execute it relentlessly. Or let's say you know that this part of the business is doing really well, continue on that part of the business. Or you know that you lack knowledge. When you look at your business, you know that you lack knowledge in this area, get information on that area, and then go back and implement what you learned. That way your axe is more sharper. That way you're more sharper. Your ability to execute becomes more stronger. Always, it's not always smart to always work hard. Because sometimes working hard, you're going to outwork yourself, and you're not going to be stronger enough. Sometimes you just need a break. Sometimes you probably don't need to do anything. You need a break. Give yourself that peace of mind break. That way you think through and make smarter decisions. Sometimes that's all it takes is to take a step back to take 10 steps forward. Number 4, rowing in circles. I call this rowing in circles. Let's say you really want to go somewhere, right? And you want to go somewhere, and sometimes, and you want to go and you want to get to the city, right? You're on an island. You were on the island, and you want to get to the city. You're just moving. You're just taking the You're just paddling, just mindlessly, just paddling for an hour. You're telling yourself, I gotta get there quick. I'm going to row this quick, fast. You're thinking that you're getting there, but come to realize you're just going in circles because you're pressuring yourself. You're going too fast, faster than you're rowing the boat faster than usual, faster than what it's supposed to be. You're doing it way too fast. Instead, don't run. Don't. Sometimes in business, you don't need to keep running at 100 miles per hour. Sometimes you need to run at a pace where it gives you the ability to execute at a level where it's significant to what you're doing. Sometimes too much speed, you miss the exit. Too much speed, you get pulled over and it delays you to the point where you miss the appointment or you miss to where you want to go. This is why sometimes it's very important to not just focus on speed and to focus on quality. Versus if you were on the boat and you were rowing slowly with a purpose, towards the right direction, you're going to get there. Yes, the boat is going to move slower, but you're going to get you to the destination faster. Same thing in business. Sometimes you might think that you're productive because you're doing a lot of things. You're doing a lot of things fast. But when you come to realize you're not working on the right things, and sometimes working on the right things will be slow. So don't think that since you're working at a slower pace that you're not getting to the destination. You're actually getting to the destination faster without any delays. Because when you're working faster, you're actually outworking yourself, and you're going to delay yourself from getting into that position.